Hello everybody, my name is Delo, and this is a kind of note to go at the beginning of this video because I originally recorded myself doing a proper intro with character creation and all that stuff for DC Universe Online, which this video is about, obviously, which I guess is how you got here. But that video, as I explained at the beginning of this, kind of messed up. I didn't realise this actually messed up the character creation as well. So the audio was totally out of sync with the video for some reason. My computer just wasn't playing ball at that moment. So the only thing I've had to do, because it was all live, I wasn't able to re-record the footage. So I guess I'll explain it here. I can't remember what I explained. Damn it. Basically, my character, if you know anything about DC Universe, it's, well, his mentor is Batman, Sorcery, and rifles, and flight, basically. I will pick all this up during the video anyway, and you'll pick it up anyway, and I'll try and explain the best I can during the video. Even though this is recorded after recording the video, so I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but it's late, so enjoy the video, guys. Hello everybody, my name is Delo, and welcome to, I guess, episode 1.5 of Delo Plays DC Universe Online. So, the reason I'm calling it episode 1.5, when I had finished the character creation of Krade, I realised that it kind of messed up. The movements were all very sluggish and non-responsive as well, which was a bit of a pain. But now I have reset my computer and everything seems to be running smoothly. You may notice I'm also a level 2. That is because I tried to continue on with this sluggish kind of performance, but it seems to have kind of kept my progress. Also, I'm now running in full HD, as opposed to 720p that I did the character creation in. So I apologise if there's any lag, but I don't think there will be. But anyway, let's actually, I best explain, as this, I've explained this once, but I'll explain it again. This is not your typical WoW clone in terms of RPGs. It is an action RPG. You may notice I've still got hotkeys though, and I can actually show you what they do. That is my spell, my curse, but I'll go into that. I also have my melee attacks as well, which is a kind of real-time combat, which you don't get in WoW at all, except for attacking, I guess, but I don't know, it's a lot different. You get combos and stuff, but we'll see them. So, best way to show you is to do it, so let's beat up this guard and shoot him. You don't have to lock on all the time, but
my hack.
Seems to improve sometimes.
Watch out.
Is the door going to open properly? Yes, it is.
Get ready. My readings show forces gathering beyond that door.
I will show you exactly what my spell does once we get to where I should have learnt it. How it's going to react to that, I don't know. It may give me another level up, I'm not too sure. I've not really encountered this kind of problem. I'm not even sure what it was. I think it was because I was uploading a video and it was their kind of equivalent of lag, where I was just being so sluggish and stuff wasn't reacting properly.
I will patrol towards the prisoner bay.
Such as this cutscene, for example. I wasn't actually in this room. It took a good 2 minutes for the door to open into this room. Which is a bit problematic. So we also have blocks on this, active blocks, and you can see there the little V thing. It's his special ability, so to speak. A lot of mobs have that, and you'll see that as we go along. But we have a block and a breakout on. There you go. Press R1 to block incoming light and heavy attacks. It doesn't reduce all the damage. It depends on the amount of damage and what kind of attack it is. So if I were to block, if I were to block in time, that wouldn't have done as much damage to me. It also breaks you out of stuns and grounds and various other effects.
That was an overseer. Let's get you out of their patrol range. Look for a transport tube above you. They crisscross the ship. Use that to keep moving.
Also, the thing now, you see, I have 3 of these laminated Synthium gauntlets. I have 1 equipped, and I have 2 there. But anyway, this is the movement ability we picked, which is flight, and it's basically that, flight. Let's see if I'm going to level up. No, I don't. Okay, that's okay.
All units. The subject has
So
left the
we're pretty
main
much caught up to where I gave up
Search
and
the
rebooted my
vessel.
computer, luckily. I've also got 2 of them now. We're not going to bother with that. Go away.
Continue patrol.
The entire ship is connected to Brainiac. You have to keep moving.
Okay, let's go this way. As that is the way we've been told to go.
Get ready. The ship is sending more security your way.
And that is my Condemn, I believe it's called. I'll have a proper look in a minute, once I have done this little event. And some more come through here, obviously. Life of a superhero, who I thought was a super villain, but never mind. Yeah, I went through most of the character creation process calling myself a villain. So, oh well. I'm actually a hero. So, these are your powers. These are your powers, actually. You get 2 trees, depending on what power set you picked. As you know, I'm Sorcery. So I get Destiny and Summoning. You also get Iconic powers, but these aren't available to level 10. So Destiny is what I've gone into, and I got this spell called Condemn. And you can read it there, powerful curse that stuns and causes damage over time. Oh, yeah, there we go. I knocked my mouse accidentally. So, as you can see, under that little description you also have these power interactions heading. And that, as you can read, depending on your role, inflicts bad karma so that enemy attacks either heal their targets or damage their own allies. So, most of these have different ones, and some affect that. As you can see, shared fate, enemies afflicted with bad karma will infect other enemies. All classes have this type. All classes have this type of thing. And summoning is what you'd expect. You can summon guardians, conjure stuff, etc. You also get skills, but we'll go through them in just a moment, actually.
Motion detected in the hallways.
And the skills are basically your combos for your weapon skill.
There's a high security nexus up ahead. Get through and use the transport tube.
In terms of my YouTube channel and games that I'll probably be playing, I've just started my StarCraft 2 career, shall I say, and I'm currently doing my placement matches if you're interested in that kind of stuff. It's called Delo Plays StarCraft Badly, because I do play it badly. In terms of WoW content, I'm sorry to the WoW fanboys, I am kind of one anyway, but I'm kind of bored of Cataclysm already, and it's only been out 2 months or so. It's what I feared it would be, and that is exactly the same as normal WoW games. That doesn't mean I've stopped playing it forever. I may come back to it, I usually do, but WoW content is on a hiatus.
Contain the human.
I'll do this in a proper announcement at some point, but as I'm running through here, I just dropped a load of barrels on people. And I guess one of the main selling points of this game is that it uses physics in combat. As you can see, I just picked up a barrel with a flame on it, which means it is an explosive barrel. And I can now throw said barrel at this. If I didn't get knocked about, I could have thrown that barrel. Let's try it again. Let's throw it. And there we go. AoE damage. And you can pick up pretty much anything. You can also pick up cars, if you're wondering, but only once you get the appropriate iconic power. But it's quite effective because you can just throw stuff at the beginning of a battle and it does quite a hefty chunk of damage. Is there any left? There's there. And you also have these barrels that are lying about, and they do different things depending on what is on it. As you saw, the explosive ones obviously are flames and they explode. You also get healing ones, which heal you over time, and you get freezing ones, which freeze your enemies in blocks of ice, which is very cool. And there we go, we are now level 3, and we can now show off skill points. And as you can see, we've got two things here. We've got weapons and movement. Movement skills aren't available till level 9, so we won't go into that. But as for these, this is our weapon trees. Obviously we are rifle. So we have two things here. This is our proficiency, obviously, and we get two things. We get surprise volley. Interrupts and possibly deflects strong range, sustained or charge up attacks with 3 short surprise blasts with additional damage and knockdown when supercharged at maximum. I'll go into supercharge once I've picked up one of these. And we get grenade launcher. Fires a grenade to damage and push back enemies. So I like to look at what there is downwards. So flamethrower is our end thing. Let's get grenade launcher. And you saw there it's a combo, and it's basically just tap 4, which is Y on it. That looks fun. And if you hold it, you get the little machine gun. So, what was I going to mention? Supercharge. In the top left is my name, my health, and my power. So if I were to use a power, you'll be able to. There we go. And that was a healing barrel. Good example. So that bar that is now going up is my power. Basically mana. The bar below it is quite hard to pick up, but it's a kind of orangey red colour, and that is your supercharge level. The supercharge level is... how can you put this? Basically, every time you do a combo, which is one of your skills, so if I were to use grenade launcher at an enemy, my supercharge level will go up. And the supercharge allows you to use much more devastating abilities when you get access to them. The most damaging ones obviously use 100% of your supercharge, and they do lots of damage, usually in an AoE. But some spells and combos or skills also do additional effects such as knockbacks or stuns if you're at full supercharge. So you kind of got two incentives to gather your supercharge, and it's not hard as long as you keep doing combos, which you'll inevitably do anyway. And if you don't, then you're not playing the game correctly.
Uh-oh. These energy readings. Brainiac has a full invasion force stored on this ship. We have to destroy it.
For some reason, my camera got really zoomed out there. And here's the Brainiac invasion force. I've got to say that this game does look really good graphically, compared to if you've been playing WoW as long as I have. Then it looks very cool, and it's very well put together as well. But I will talk more about that, obviously. Let's try out my grenade launcher. Okay, that's the grenade launcher. Eat grenades. Well, that's fun. So this is a little puzzle, and basically we have to destroy that thing in there, but this little shield won't let us get in there, and every time that discharges, you'll see we get stunned, but we block to get out of that, and we do that, and we blow it up like that. Easy. I guess I should just explain a bit more about the UI. Underneath the supercharge meter is a little footprint, and in that bar goes your buffs. These
damage to this vessel continues to
shut up,
mount.
Brainiac.
Destroy the escapee immediately.
So those aren't like WoW buffs. They're not cast on you with hotkeys or anything like that. They are kind of secondary effects of certain abilities. Some DPS abilities will reset the hit counter, as it's called, which boosts the damage for all the people in the group. And you've got various ones like heals and obviously stuff like that are classed as buffs, because most of the heals are actually heal over times. So they come up there. Some are direct heal over time, some are direct heals, sorry, as you'd expect, but not a lot of them are, surprisingly. And from what I've heard from people, healing is actually one of the hardest things in this game, because of the lack of heals as well. I'm a healing class and I don't get that many heals, surprisingly, and most of them are heal over times, which is a little pain, really. But tanking is a little difficult as well. But I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk about them.
The ship's main gun is up ahead. Destroy it.
So
and
grenade
the
launcher is
ship's
overpowered.
external defense network will go down. Then the League can get in and get you out of there.
But this area I'm doing now, I'll try and get the trailer at the beginning of this video. For some reason it wouldn't let me record the cutscene, it kept glitching out with sounds and stuff, which is a bit of a pain. But basically Brainiac, who, if you know your DC lore, you'll know. But he's basically crazy and wants order and weird stuff. He's trying to take over Earth, and he has these things called exobytes. And these exobytes... Oh, there's an overseer there. So, these exobytes take the powers of certain heroes and villains and stuff like that, and they store it, and that is how you got your superpowers, basically. And you get taken, or you get captured by Brainiac, because he doesn't obviously want lots and lots of heroes trying to ruin his good time. So he captures you, but you get woken up by Oracle or the Calculator, depending on if you're a hero or villain. And it's basically your job now to escape Brainiac's ship.
Do not be foolish, human. You cannot stop the conversion.
And this is a bit of a boss event, in a way.
You're in the Nexus. Destroy anything connecting the gun to the ship.
And now we have these things to kill. These little couplings.
Okay.
I'll say
you're
little, they're
approaching
quite
the gun
big actually.
chamber. I have Superman's AI to teleport in
Ow.
the minute it's out and the shields drop.
So this is the reason I picked a rifle. I could have easily picked another ranged weapon, but because I'm a sorcerer, I knew I was going to have to be casting from range quite a lot. Even though I'm not actually using my condemn ability that much. But there we go, I'm using it. It's quite overpowered, that actually. It's a dot and a stun. Useful. But the rifle is obviously a ranged weapon, so which is exactly why I used bow on my healing nature tune. And now all the couplings are destroyed, and the little weapon thing falls to the earth.
Yes, the gun is falling. It's smashing into Brainiac's bottle below.
And now we need to defeat the Guardian that is kind of currently spazzing out.
You will submit.
He looks dangerous, but he isn't. You can't really die at this bit at all. If you do, then quit gaming altogether. Eat grenades, bitch. See what I mean? Let's shoot him.
No, this one
And we get a new cape.
failed. Powering down.
Snazzy.
Superman, get ready. I'm bringing you in.
You have doomed
And we get to
yourself.
work with Superman now.
You will go down with this ship.
And there he is.
Think again, Brainiac. You can't take out the both of us. We're not leaving until we shut this shit
Famous
down.
heroes and villains do make quite an often appearance. Compared to WoW and its lore, you don't really see any of the famous characters in the quest lines and instances and stuff, unless you go to raids, obviously. But with this, they actually appear in standard quests, and they're also roaming around the world, level 30, and they will attack you as well. For example, Batman roams around the rooftops in Gotham. But this bit, you can basically let Batman do all,
Almost
Superman
there.
do all
Keep
the work.
fighting. The network doesn't want to let me in.
But you just have to kill lots of stuff until you get out. I want to know where my grenades are coming from.
Mr. Ship VII-O has been compromised. Deploy my remaining forces.
So Brainiac's going to attack Earth now. Well, he already was, I guess, but
The ship has been compromised. All units must evacuate.
and now everything's dead. We can speak to Superman.
Nice work. Brainiac wasn't counting on you breaking free and disabling his ship. Now use the teleporter and get yourself back to the city. We've got work to do.
And now we can exit.
Yes, it's done. Superman will finish here. Use the teleporters to escape. Go!
Our every tactic failed. Brainiac came to Earth to destroy it. And he was winning. Then, a dying version of Earth's greatest villain brought us a weapon from the future, stolen from Brainiac himself. New heroes to withstand Brainiac. And new villains to exploit the madness. I will train these heroes to fight the sick chaos of the Joker and the evils that face us all. I am Batman, and the battle has only begun.
So that's the intro cutscene that you get, and obviously that changes depending on what mentor you picked. Wow, it's getting late. My English is starting to suck. I say late, it's only midnight.